everybody, welcome back to another video in our series where we hang out with local chefs here at Lee's Supply and find out their favorite Thanksgiving recipes. Today we're going to be cooking up my favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner, the side dishes. So today we are here with Blake Kinder. He is the owner of Marble The Steakhouse, Cook Mcdoogal's Irish Pub, as well as the local catering company. You are going to be cooking up my favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner, which is the side.
Today we're going to be doing a classic sweet potato casserole, a very easy recipe for cranberry sauce on the side.
Let's get started with the sweet potatoes. How do we make these things?
So either 3 large sweet potatoes and roast them in the oven. If you can find it, sweet potato puree.
Okay.
It's a 15-ounce can. You don't have to roast anything. They're perfectly cooked. It's already pureed. So we have 3 large roasted sweet potatoes here.
Okay.
They're already cooked and cooled off.
Okay.
We're gonna take them over here to our mixer. You also have a pinch or a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
1 whole stick of softened butter. This has been at room temperature for about 3 hours now.
Butter makes everything better.
That's Julie Child.
All right. Butter!
You have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1/2 cup of regular granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of regular light brown sugar. And then we also mix in 2 eggs. The eggs are for a binder. They help the casserole stay together. We're basically making like a sweet potato custard. And you always want to start everything in a mixer on low or else it's all going to explode and you're going to wear your casserole instead of cooking it. But there are so many variations that you can do on this dish, which is why I like it so much. So you can add cinnamon, you can do nutmeg, cinnamon toast crunch cereal as the crust on it. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do.
All right, we all incorporated?
We're incorporated. So you just take your base mixture, you scrape it all out, just smooth it all out here in your dish.
I'm sure this has been said before in this series, but I wish this smell-o-vision exists. I'm in Thanksgiving mood. Just like that, like just the smell of sweet potatoes.
This, as is, goes into the oven at 375 for about 20 minutes or until the middle is set up.
Okay.
And we'll show you what that looks like.
Okay, Blake, so while the sweet potatoes are in the oven, let's talk about something else. And now this can be a controversial thing. You either love it or hate it. Cranberry sauce doesn't have to come from a can. It's not that hard to make.
So cranberries by nature are very bitter, sour fruit. You can buy them fresh, especially around the fall, the holidays. It's one of the easiest things to make that you can do fresh. You can make it 3 days in advance if you want to. You don't have to do it the day of.
Great move.
Take a little bit of liquid. We're gonna do 1/2 cup of water. Woohoo! 1/2 cup of orange juice. 3/4 cup of sugar to get rid of that bitterness and that sour.
It is very sour on its own.
A pinch of salt. So what we want to do is we want to bring this liquid to a simmer, and then we're going to add our fresh cranberries.
You just straight dump them in.
Straight dump them in for about 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, depending. Basically until all of the cranberries, quote unquote, pop.
Okay.
People that say they hate cranberry sauce will not hate cranberry sauce.
Okay, so the sweet potatoes are out of the oven. It's time for my favorite part, that crispy sweet topping.
So basically you want to bake your sweet potato base until the outside edges are caramelized and starting to pull away from the edge of the pan. Then and only then do you make your topping, because once you melt the butter, you do not want it to be re-solidifying while you're trying to apply this topping on.
Gotcha.
You take your flour, 1/2 cup of pecans, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You want to mix this all together with your hand. 2 tablespoons of butter. Takes about 40 seconds in the microwave to melt. You just pour this into your dry mixture and get it all evenly spread throughout. And now, once it's all incorporated, we're just gonna add this onto the top of our sweet potato base.
And then back into the oven.
Back into the oven for about another 15, maybe 20 minutes, however long it takes for it to brown.
Okay, so the sweet potatoes are out of the oven. Guys, they smell so good. Try this recipe at home so your kitchen can smell like this too. This is the best part of the video. We gotta give it a little try. So I'm gonna get a little bite. This did just come out of the oven, so it's probably crazy hot, but cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are very smooth, creamy, I would say. I think you said like a custard almost is really what we're making. The topping's perfect. Flavor, crunch, it's all there. That is so good. Try this cranberry. This is a controversial thing, as we said earlier, but let's give it that. Now, you don't want a giant bite of this. Just enough, right?
Cheers.
Cheers. Not too sweet, not too sour. It's perfect. It's right in the middle.
Citrusy. Both of these are super simple to make. They don't take a lot of ingredients. They're not gonna break the bank.
Less time cooking, more time spending it with your family. That's really what Thanksgiving's all about. So thanks for watching this video in our special Thanksgiving recipe series. Stay tuned for more great content here on the Kokomo Post by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.